Just another person up here stopping when they shouldn't be stopping. This is a free flow lane. But then you'll see even after they went, the Prius re-stops. This is a bridge and it is named Captain Jerry Best Bridge. I know a Jerry Best and he is a Mopar person. I do not think it's the same guy, but he's cool anyway. In front of this car is a truck, and you'll see it goes into the left-right turn lane, and then it cuts across to the other lane, but then when it turns, it then cuts back across to the left lane. Look up there at the intersection, there's cars turning right on red. It's hard to tell who's stopping and who's not. Look at that white SUV coming on the right. They don't stop. Something fell off the back of this truck. I think it fell off the truck. I'm not sure. But then I ran them over and they looked like flares. So you see, the other way has a green light. I would assume that it's at least blinking yellow. But you'll see the solid green turns yellow, and this SUV on the right stops. They should be halfway in the intersection. They're not even going, and they still have a blinking yellow arrow. They can turn, and they're just sitting there. They're just holding up all them people behind them. There's a semi up here waiting to turn left on the other side of the road. As I was approaching, the light was green. They should have been halfway in the intersection. I don't know why you guys don't learn this. Learn this. This is why there's issues here. If he was halfway in the intersection, then as I approached when this light turned red, after it turned red, he could have turned. If he was in the intersection, he could have completed his turn. So he doesn't know how, which maybe you shouldn't be driving a truck if you don't know how to drive. So he sits there. And then when the light turned green, he should have gotten the green arrow, but he didn't. And he was waving his arms like he was upset that he didn't get an arrow. And I was thinking, if you knew how to drive and you were in the intersection, you could have already turned left. And then he still didn't move up. He's still sitting in the same spot. People, when you turn left, pull into the intersection. Why do they not teach that to you guys here? So in this clip, first this car gets in front of me, and then the white minivan, for some reason, starts to turn and then comes back. And then in the left lane, there is a white Ford SUV that's actually going to enter the freeway from that lane. They're going to cut across to the right. 3 things in one clip. This was a fender bender, and they probably should have moved that out of the road. You don't just leave your car there. If you are not injured, move your car off the road. Up there is people crossing in the middle of the street with kids. Now granted, there's no crosswalks here, but you don't just cross in the middle and then make the cars stop and then they run. They could have got hit. That's bad. And then there's another guy in the middle of the road crossing. At least cross at an intersection, even if there's no crosswalk. So first you'll see this white Prius pass me. Now I've got the cruise control on, as usual. I don't know why other people don't use it. And then they hit their brakes for no reason whatsoever. And now I'm catching them. Look, why did they slow down? What did they do that for? They were also on their phone. That probably has something to do with it. And then they realized, oh, I slowed down. I must speed back up. And all of a sudden they went really fast. They must have been going pretty fast, because once you get way up here, this is the white Prius pulled over by the cop, same car. This is just to show this box truck cannot hold its lane at all. So I always get gas at night. I usually don't get it in the day, and this is probably harder to do in the day when it's crowded. But once I start pumping the gas, I always check the oil. I get gas approximately once a week, and I check the oil every single time. Does anybody else do that? I'm very picky with this, plus this is a Honda, so I just didn't know if other people do this. I always do the gas, the oil, and squeegee the window. And most of the time now I'm starting to squeegee the headlights as well. I didn't know if anybody else did this type of stuff every time they went to the gas station. This is just another person stopping on the on-ramp. You do not stop on a freeway. This is just to show this car up here making a U-turn, and then they kind of went over the curb. This made no sense. This SUV gets in front of me behind the truck, but then they go back into the left lane, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, they realized they didn't want to be behind the truck and they wanted to simply go around. But that's not what they did. They kept going straight. So what was the whole point of them getting in this lane behind the truck in the first place? Why didn't they just continue in their lane? No, you don't stop. The people in the left lane stopped to let the truck turn. That's stupid. Don't do that. Hubby! It's amazing how many of these people passing by have their phone in their hand. These people stopped. Nobody honks. Nobody honks. Why? So Chick-fil-A has a sign right here. It says, please roll down your window so we can serve you. What instigated? What happened that they had to actually write that? Did somebody like pull through the drive-thru and not have their window open? Like, really? Did you? Something happened for somebody to actually make that. That dude's wearing gloves and a mask and everything, but then he wears shorts. Okay, keep an eye on the Altima. Is it really going to turn left? Their exhaust leak? Nope. It went right through the intersection and cut right back over in front of the Dollar General semi. Oh man, somebody stopped up there. You don't stop, people. You don't stop, people. Why doesn't anybody ever honk? They stopped again? You don't stop, people. You don't stop, people. They're stopped in that left lane for them to go. You don't do that. You have the right of way. And then the truck behind it also went. That's how you get in accidents, people. You don't do that. She get a ticket for impeding, and then they got in this lane. wasn't even close, people. What the heck? Guys messing around. Dude, you should have just went. What are you doing? What are you doing? You trying to make it to the gas station? What are you doing? Yeah, they ran out of gas.
Is that because Josh can be full-time, I had him working on the Islam intro with Tony as well, and he sent me the first little snippet of the intro.
You're doing 40
I'm
on a freeway, man.
I'm writing the script, you know. So it was really good, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to get this stuff out to you guys. It's so important. We care about people's souls, and anyways, I know that's a long intro, but I think it's important for you guys to hear some of this stuff, because it's not just lip service. You guys who support Good Fight Ministries, it's because of you guys, 100%.
So there's a guy 2 lanes over. Can somebody explain to me why the people here, when they get gas, they leave their door open? And then this guy was also standing there typing on his phone with his door open. It's like, why do you... Somebody please explain to me, why do people here do that? I've never seen that until I moved here. Why do you guys leave the door open? Your door should be closed. And even if possible, lock your door. Now, I always have the window down because I don't trust electric windows, but why do you guys do that? I can hop right in your car and just take off. If your door is unlocked, I can get in the other side and steal your purse. It happens all the time. I used to be a bad guy. I know these things. You got to prevent these things from happening.